All right, you guys, today we have got to do a follow-up video on the Black liberal crash out that we are watching across the nation as Black liberals mourn and lament the loss of their orangutan queen herself, Jasmine Crockett. As you guys know, I did a video yesterday talking about Jasmine's defeat in the Senate primary race against James Tallarico. And now today, we are watching individuals take to the internet to express just how upset and angry and racist their own party is because they chose the white man over the Black woman. I have a lot of thoughts to say about this, but what I thought would be useful for you guys, I want to bring some clarity to this situation to help our brothers and sisters on the Black liberal left understand that you guys have missed the plot. This is not about Jasmine's ethnicity. I know you want to make it about race. And while I would love to agree with you that I do agree that white liberals absolutely are racist and we don't even understand why y'all are still over there. But I want to help you. Like, I'm from the government. I'm here to help. I want to help you understand and be able to parse through your pain in a very healthy and productive way by helping you to realize what we've been trying to tell you guys from the beginning. It is not your ethnicity that is holding you back. It will and has always been your character. Your character and the trash cultural things that you cling to that you refuse to abandon because you've adopted hip hop culture, ghetto culture, hood rat culture, because you've made that a part of what it means to be Black, to be debased, to be demoralized, to be debaucherous, and to embrace whoredom and all that is not good and right. People are judging you. But it's not your Blackness in terms of the way your ethnicity is presented. It is your character. And so we're going to talk about it today. And I'm going to do a reaction video to just a few, not a lot, but a few TikToks and videos. And we're going to engage with Jemele Hill a little bit because she seems to be a little bit upset as well. And there is a recurring theme with all of these Black liberals. And I kind of want to talk about it. So let's get into this.
Oh, God, I gotta wipe my face in a minute. But I'm gonna let myself feel it. I'm giving myself grace. I'm learning grace. Because as a Black woman, we don't get that.
I know y'all has just started. What does she mean as a Black woman? We don't get that. Get what? What is it that you as a Black woman want so bad that you feel that you are not getting? I mean, you've got the attention of everybody. What is it now? What is it? Oh, gosh, the dramatics. This is just ridiculous. Let me let her finish.
But it's extremely hard to continue to feel like this. Michelle Obama said something. And she said, I would never run. Because y'all are not going to be ready for a Black woman.
No, I disagree. When Michelle Obama said she'd never run because America or y'all would never be ready for a Black woman, that's not true. America is absolutely ready for a Black woman. We just don't want the kind of Black women that white liberals elevate to levels of prominence, meaning we don't want Letitia James types. We don't want Fonnie Willis types. We don't want Kamala Curry, Queen Harris, and we absolutely reject Cori Bush, Jasmine Crockett, what's the little bald-headed chick up there in Boston? We don't want those Black women because their characters are trash. These are not morally upright, good standing, politically astute Black women. That's it. It is worldview. It is culture. It is ideology. It is character. And the fact that you refuse to accept that and refuse to continue to make excuses for why you can't get into certain spaces, it is because it has nothing to do with your melanin count. And it has everything to do with your trash character. Our men have been telling us this for decades. They've been trying to help us self-reflect, examine your attitude, examine how you engage with others. Why are you always angry? Why are you upset? And this is why I labeled it the orangutan. And mind you, an orangutan is a female imbecile who cannot manage her misery, and so she shows out. But it's not a dermal descriptor. It is behavioral. So for the same reason that white men rejected Hillary Clinton, it's the same reason why America rejected Jasmine Crockett, Kamala Harris, Letitia James, Fonnie Willis. It is character. But I'm going to let her tears persist. And I really do want you guys to listen to what she's going to say, because there are some myths that I do need to debunk. So let her finish.
And as somebody who continues to push, like, I have the degrees, I have all the accolades, I can do the job.
That's the problem. You Black women you don't read the room. It is not your degrees. It is not your accolades. It is not any of these existential achievements that make you beautiful, that make you attractive, that makes a corporation want to hire you. There are some soft skills and an ideological worldview that you women lack because you've been listening to the white liberal for so long that you've adopted their culture and their worldview. And as a result, it is making us less desirable, not just on the relationship front, not just there, but the perpetual victimhood, the ethnic narcissism, making the pinnacle of who you are and the essence that all you'll ever be, making it about your blackness. This is what turns people off. Let me explain something to you. When I walk into a room, regardless of the ethnic expression of the other people there, they know that the most important thing about me is not my skin tone. In fact, nobody cares that I'm Black. They want to know, do I have good ideas? Right? Am I a person of moral and upright character? How do I treat my husband? How do I treat my children? What is it that I believe about the world? Those are the things that matter. If you have good ideas and you are competent and you happen to be Black, I personally do not believe that any good thing will be withheld from you. In fact, you will be treated like you are a breath of fresh air, because they're like, it's so rare. We've never seen a Black woman present herself in all her authenticity. She's not trying to be white. She's not trying to be, Hispanic. She just is. She is who she is, but she's smart. She's articulate. She can engage with the ideas. She can regulate herself and control herself and engage with arguments regardless of who it is, and assert herself in a room regardless of who else is there. And they are forced to recognize her greatness, her beauty, her poise, her elegance, her intelligence. There's so many wonderful things about us. But what you fail to realize, the more you make this about identity, the more you are going to find yourselves at the bottom, because it is not your skin color. It is your culture and your character that's trash. If you continue to think that women who shout their abortion and are proud of murdering their own seeds in the womb, like a Letitia James or a Kamala Harris or a Jasmine Crockett, if you think that that's the type of woman that represents Black greatness and Black excellence, then you don't know what it means to be Black. And you are part of the problem. And this is the reason why you are not in the spaces where you believe you belong.
And I continue to be disrespected. I see why. Because who wants to put themselves in that predicament for people who don't give a fuck?
No, people do. People care. I I don't know who's disrespecting these women because everywhere I go, whether it's an airport, whether I'm checking into a hotel, whether I'm sitting down at a restaurant to eat, whether I'm at the Walmart or the Waldorf Astoria, it doesn't matter where I go. What is this disrespect that you continue to say you receive, that you're so tired that it's got you weary and crying in your car on Donald Trump's internet? What is this disrespect you're talking about? Could it be imagined, or could it be based on what you're projecting? People are rejecting it. And because they're rejecting it, you are like, well, they must be rejecting me. And we are, but it's not disrespect. It is another person saying, we choose not to engage with women of this caliber. Black women really do need to do some self-examination and look at yourself to figure out, why is it that your men don't want you? And now why is it that your own party is telling you, we don't want you either? There is a reason why conservatism is way more attractive to people of all ethnicities, because it is about the ideology and the worldview and the character development that you learn over here that the left knows nothing about. It's because they're immoral. They lie. They cheat. They can't clap for babies and children and protect the innocent. They want to push everything that is godless and wicked and evil, and they have a visceral reaction toward anything that is good and pure and righteous and godly. This is a battle of worldviews. It ain't your color. It's your trash character. That's the problem. I've been saying it. And it saddens me to see women who have aligned themselves with liberalism and feminism, and they don't realize that the reason why they can't manage their misery is because they've tied their politics to an ideology that is morally bankrupt, and it leads you right down a path of death, destruction, and despair. This is why you have no joy. This is why you're sitting in your car crying on the internet, because an orangutan with horrible policies, who presented herself as the hood rat version of the queen of politics, lost her race. Did you really think that was a good reflection of Black women? And did you really think that all of Texas would vote for someone who's insulted the vast majority of the inhabitants in the state?
Notice that every video before the very end, I said that both candidates are great candidates for Texas and would be better than Cornyn and Paxton. It wasn't until you guys started going negative against Jasmine Crockett, spreading lies about AIPAC and Israel, calling her ghetto, saying she's too aggressive.
I mean, those were not lies. Jasmine, she may not be intrinsically ghetto. Maybe it's an act, maybe it's not, but it was convincing enough for us to believe that she was, and we rejected that. Do we not have eyes? Do Black liberals wanted us to ignore the fact that what y'all present as your best is what the rest of America has a visceral reaction to? Like, Black people have a visceral reaction to someone that's just overly ghetto and contentious and just low class. Like, we're like, this is Congress. What? Why are you acting this way? Why is it that you're speaking to us this way? Why are you showing your whole tail on the congressional floor? Like, why? Why is it that you've not prepared yourself to understand how you're supposed to act and behave on Capitol Hill? You might think that this is the future, and that this new behavior standard that you've set, you want people to follow suit. But if the American people are saying, no, this can't be the new standard. We don't want this. Please don't act like this. You need to pay attention and listen up.
Y'all have the need to try to humble Black people, and I don't know what the fuck we did to y'all, but just exist.
We fatigued. We tired of y'all. We're tired. Since you won't self-regulate yourself, your party did it for you. Be mad all day long. We've already told you that white liberals were racist, but to be honest, it's not your race that's the problem. It's your trash character. That's always been the problem. When I was on Fox News, and I know people like to quote MLK, we don't want to be judged by the color of our skin, but rather the content of your character. I'm like, please, I dare you to judge me by the color of my skin. Why? Because you will underestimate me at your peril. There's nothing wrong with the color of my skin, and I'm willing to compete with anyone, anywhere, anytime, any place on merit and skill set. And it's not my color that's going to be the impediment. It's going to be whether I exhibit characteristics and traits and attributes that they find more appealing and attractive, or they don't. If they're going to find me more competent, or they don't. But if you can't rise to the occasion and compete on a high premium level playing field, then at the end of the day, then they might reduce you to just the color of your skin. Because what they're going to do at that point is associate your trash character with the color of your skin. But I don't have those kinds of problems at all. I just don't. Y'all continue to want to be the victim and claim you're victimized, and it's because you black, and it ain't because you're black. It's never been because you're black. It's one, because your ideology is trash. It's absolutely because you are weak. You've never equated yourself with being a fully functioning American in this country, and you victimize yourself. So this is why the white liberal treats you like brain dead, imbecilic idiots, because they feel like these blacks can't do nothing unless we help them. So since that is the position, you've taken a subordinate position to the white liberal. Now they've stepped in and say, listen, daddy's home. We got to step in. We got to step in because we can't let Jasmine go. We're choosing our guy, and you're going to like it. And you're going to be quiet about it because we already know y'all ain't going nowhere on this plantation, because comfort is so much easier to y'all than the freedom of being out there and embracing something different. So y'all mad at the wrong people. We didn't do this to y'all. Y'all did this to yourself.
We need a fighter. And I was so ready to vote for Jasmine Crockett because I love her. But I voted for Tallarico because we need somebody who can win.
Listen, y'all got this white woman out here white-splaining and apologizing for choosing the white man over the black woman, because here's what white liberals all got to do. They want you to believe so bad that they're not racist, that they have to talk about how much they love Jasmine Crockett, but they chose Tallarico because they needed to choose someone that can win. If the white liberal really loved you, if they loved you enough, they'd tell you the truth, and they would say, listen, y'all know I rocks with black folk. Ain't nothing wrong with black folks in general, but this black woman y'all have chosen, she's gonna be a problem. She's combative, she's chaotic, she's disrespectful. She said some really unsavory racist things about white folks, and she's insulted liberal Latino voters as well. And we just don't think we'll be able to win if she's, if she wins the primary. So I'm voting for James Tallarico because he presents better. He has more mass crossover appeal. And her ratchetang energy is just, it's not mainstream enough. It's not mainstream enough. And if we were going to run a black woman, we should have picked someone a little bit more poised, a little bit more professional. Someone who was going to echo our ideas and sentiments without being chaotic and pissing everybody else off. So this is why I voted for James Tallarico. Like, if I was white and liberal, and I'm like, I'm not racist, but this is why I didn't vote for Jasmine. I'm not about to sit there and apologize and cry to convince you I'm not racist, because you black liberals, y'all believe everything is racist. So that's just going to be a waste of my time. So what I would do is tell you the truth. But listen, I love you. I really do. Y'all got some great music, some nice dance moves. You can play sports real well. But here's the reality. That black woman does not have mass appeal, and she's disruptive. Her cultural Marxism is a problem, and she doesn't know how to rein in herself and appeal to a broad cross section of voters. And for that reason, she's not going to win against a Republican candidate. So I'm not voting for her. You just got to get over it. And if you want to call me racist, fine. But it's not her race. It's not her race. It's her trash character. It's the hood rat antics. It's the orangutan energy. It's all of that. And that has nothing to do with her dermal features, because we have plenty of black people who don't present themselves that way and who we don't view that way. But she's a problem. She's a problem. And she lies. Like, we've caught her in too many lies. And her Trump derangement is on 10. It's too bad. Like, her TDS syndrome is just too bad. That's what I would have said.
I'm voting for Tallarico because we need somebody who could win. And my next question, and maybe this question was asked, I mean, that was just a small snippet. This next question would have been, if you hold up James Tallarico and Jasmine Crockett, and you just put forth their records and put forth I would say they're not their records. If you put forth their policy stances, where they, whatever issue it is, put them forth, and you remove them and you don't know who had what position. If you did like basically a Pepsi taste test with both of them, they're literally identical.
That might be true. But what we've always been trying to tell you guys, that at the end of the day, what's going to set you apart, I know y'all think it's the race, but attitude, moral character, it matters. Jasmine is very polarizing, rude, and offensive. And you cannot sell her. Like, this is the problem with the black liberal. They refuse to accept that the archetype of blackness that they want to shove down America's throats is a turnoff. They like my archetype, like my kind of blackness, they don't want to self-examine and say, we need to do something different. The single black female who's childless, who doesn't really care about families because she doesn't have a family. Like, the direction America is going in terms of trying to restore the heteronormative nuclear family, to bring masculinity back again. The left is too left. And so people who don't want to be that left are going to, even if you're on the left, the candidate that's going to be more appealing to you is the one who's not so dramatic and chaotic and ineffective. See, Jasmine is a lot of bark in terms of she can get the media appearances and she can get attention. But getting attention and being effective at what you do is not the same thing. And since people don't take her serious because of all of the orangutan energy and the antics, the dramatics, right? That diva personality and just being loud and ghetto. Like, why are y'all trying to shove black ghetto hip hop culture down America's throats? We don't want that. Blacks don't even want that. We're tired of being stereotyped this way, and we're tired of people assuming that that's what it means to be black. There's so many of us who are like, we are not like that, and we don't even want to be associated with that. But the black liberal wants everybody else. Well, why can't you just accept this version of black woman that we're trying to sell you? Because we're like, something wrong with it. It's dysfunctional. It's dysfunctional. It's uncouth. It's unattractive. I told you. Your own men don't want that. So why would the rest of America sign up for that on purpose? No, it's not going to happen. Listen, at the end of the day, there is a huge black liberal meltdown and crash out over the fact that Jasmine Crockett lost. And the only thing that I have to say about it is the fact that y'all are going to continue to lose because you won't self-reflect to realize that the type of black that you guys want to present as like your next superstar it girl can't win state national elections. It's not going to happen. Like Kamala was poised and polished, and Kamala wasn't ghetto. But what Kamala lacked in that area, she made up for in the fact that she wasn't very smart, right? Kamala couldn't string together a coherent sentence, and on top of the fact that Kamala's ideas were trash. If you continue to push these far left, woke, progressive type Democrats. Now, I'm not saying Tallarico is not that. I don't believe he's going to win in Texas, but we can stomach Tallarico. Tallarico is not so in your face. He's palatable. That's what I'll say. Jasmine's not palatable to anyone, black or white, or except ghetto baby mamas. The Byrans, yeah, she's palatable to that crew. But at the end of the day, if you guys are going to continue to be far left and progressive and then present the archetype of black female that is overwhelmingly common, it is common, it's just not normal because we were not this way, you're going to continue to see America reject it. And you can keep trying to push it, keep trying to throw it. We're still going to reject it. I really do believe it's the kind of black woman. I really do. You got to find somebody that has that it factor that inspires black people to be better. You need to find a black woman that America can be proud to say this represents us. She ain't out here showing out. She ain't out here sleeping with the special prosecutor. You know, she ain't out here doing something strange for change. She's not endorsing hoes, thugs, rappers, and strippers. Like, it's your character. I cannot, there's no other way I can explain it other than it's your trash character that's causing you to miss opportunities where you believe you deserve to be in. And so I'm curious to know, what do you guys think? I've done this quick little reaction to this montage of black liberals melting down over Jasmine Crockett losing the Senate race. I've long since believed that even when you have a situation with two individuals with the relatively similar or the same policy platform, they're going to reject your Jasmine Crockett types all day, every day, and twice on Sunday because that doesn't have mass appeal. It's too niche and it's a turnoff. But I am curious to know, what do you guys think? Why do you think the black liberal is crashing out so bad? And do you believe that the reasons that they presented as to why Jasmine Crockett lost, are those reasons valid? Or are they still lacking the self-awareness that they need to do better in the future? But whatever it is that you guys think, leave me down your comments. Leave your comments down in the description box below. And until next time, you guys, stand firm, stay bold, and above all else, stay unshakable. Grace and peace.